Have you ever stood in front of the mirror and wondered, when did I start looking this tired? Or maybe you've noticed that the energy you once had in the mornings now needs 2 cups of coffee and a little pep talk just to get going. You're not alone. Aging sneaks up on all of us quietly. But here's the truth, getting older doesn't mean you have to feel older. The way we eat, the choices we make every day, they all have the power to shape how we age. Not just on the outside but inside too, where it matters most. Today we're going to talk about something that might just surprise you. We're diving into how simple natural nutrition habits can help you feel more vibrant, clear-headed, and yes, even younger. Because it's not about turning back the clock, it's about feeling good in your own skin no matter what age that skin is. Now, I know nutrition can sound like a complicated word with charts and calorie counts and fancy foods that most of us have never even heard of. But what I want to share with you today isn't about restrictions or fads. It's about nourishing your body in a way that feels good, is simple to follow, and makes a real difference. Just imagine waking up and feeling lighter, moving with more ease, and having the energy to do the things you love, whether that's gardening, walking the dog, or playing with the grandkids. So let's begin where it all starts, on your plate. And the first thing I want to talk about might seem small, but it's powerful: eating more colorful fruits and vegetables. Now, I don't mean painting your food with food coloring, I mean real, naturally colorful foods. Think of red tomatoes, deep green spinach, orange carrots, bright yellow bell peppers, purple cabbage. These colors aren't just for show. They're signs of antioxidants, those tiny warriors in food that fight off the damage our bodies face every day from stress, pollution, and even time itself. You see, as we age, our cells naturally get a little tired, a little slower at repairing themselves. Antioxidants help recharge those cells, keeping them stronger and more resilient. A small bowl of berries in the morning? That's like giving your body a hug from the inside. Steamed broccoli with lunch? That's your immune system doing a happy dance. It's not about piling your plate high with kale and calling it a day. It's about variety. Try to add at least 3 colors to each meal. A sandwich with tomato, lettuce, and red onion. A stir-fry with green beans, orange bell peppers, and mushrooms. Simple. Tasty. Powerful. But even the most colorful meal won't help much if your body is crying out for something else: hydration. And that brings me to something many of us don't think about enough: drinking more water. Now I get it. Water doesn't taste like much, and sometimes it's easier to reach for coffee or tea. But here's something to keep in mind: as we get older, our sense of thirst becomes less reliable. By the time you feel thirsty, your body might already be running low. And when your body's low on water, everything slows down: your digestion, your energy, your concentration. So how much is enough? A simple rule: sip throughout the day. Keep a glass or bottle nearby, and take little sips even when you're not thirsty. And if plain water feels too boring, add a slice of lemon or cucumber, maybe a few mint leaves. Make it feel special. You deserve that. But hydration isn't just about what you drink, it's also in what you eat. Water-rich foods like cucumbers, watermelon, and oranges can help keep you hydrated too. So that fruit salad is doing more than you think. Now here's something that might surprise you. When it comes to aging well, protein isn't just for bodybuilders. It's for all of us, especially after 60. Our muscles start to lose strength and volume as we age. That's just part of the natural process. But you can slow it down, and in some cases even reverse it, with enough good quality protein. I'm not talking about steak at every meal. Eggs, lentils, beans, yogurt, fish, tofu. These are all wonderful, gentle on the body sources of protein. And if chewing is a challenge or your appetite isn't what it used to be, try a soft-boiled egg with toast or a warm lentil soup. Easy, nourishing, and kind to your digestion. What's important is spreading protein throughout the day. A little at breakfast, a little at lunch, and a little at dinner. That way your body gets a steady supply of the building blocks it needs, not just to maintain muscle but also to support your immune system, your skin, your hair, even your memory. And speaking of memory, that's a whole other story we'll touch on later. But let me tell you this: what you eat really does affect how clearly you think, how sharp you feel, and how well you remember where you left your glasses. So let's take a moment to breathe. We've talked about color, hydration, and protein, 3 simple yet powerful ways to start turning the tide on aging, right in your kitchen. These aren't drastic changes. They're gentle shifts. And every small change you make adds up. 1 glass of water, 1 handful of berries, 1 serving of beans at a time. Now, with those first few steps in place, let's keep going. Because feeling better, stronger, and more alive? That's just the beginning. Now that we've got those first few changes working for you, adding color to your plate, sipping more water throughout the day, and gently boosting your protein, it's time to look a little deeper. Because feeling younger isn't just about what gives you energy today. It's also about protecting your body for the long haul, keeping your heart beating strong, your joints moving freely, and your brain ticking sharp as a tack. Let's talk about healthy fats. Yes, you heard that right, fats. For years we were told to avoid them. But not all fats are created equal. Some, like the kind you find in fast food or processed snacks, can age your body faster. But others, like those in avocados, olive oil, walnuts, and fatty fish, are like gold for your body. These fats support your brain, reduce inflammation, and even help your skin stay supple and soft. Think of a drizzle of olive oil over your salad, a small piece of grilled salmon for dinner, or a few slices of avocado on whole grain toast. These aren't indulgences, they're nourishment. Your brain especially thrives on these fats. They help with memory, mood, and focus, things we all want to keep sharp as we age. And if you've ever had one of those moments where you walk into a room and forget why you're there, healthy fats can be a quiet ally in helping reduce those little lapses. Another quiet hero in your diet? Fiber. It doesn't sound exciting, I know. But it's one of the most powerful tools you have to stay healthy from the inside out. As we get older, our digestion often slows down. You might feel more bloated, sluggish, or just off. Fiber is like a broom for your digestive system. It keeps everything moving smoothly and helps sweep away what your body doesn't need. But fiber does more than just help with digestion. It also helps lower cholesterol, keeps your blood sugar steady, and helps you feel full longer, which can prevent those afternoon cravings for something sweet. And it's not hard to get more of it. Oatmeal in the morning, a pear as a snack, a handful of almonds, lentils in a soup. These are easy, everyday foods that quietly work wonders. One little tip that might help: when you add more fiber to your meals, make sure you're drinking enough water. They go hand in hand. Think of it like this: fiber is the broom and water is what makes the broom glide smoothly. Without enough water, things can get a little stuck, and we don't want that. Now, I want to touch on something that often goes unnoticed but plays a big role in how we age: sugar. We all love a little sweetness, and there's nothing wrong with the occasional treat. But too much sugar, especially the kind found in soda, packaged snacks, and baked goods, can silently speed up the aging process. It creates something called inflammation in the body, and over time that can affect everything, from your joints to your skin to how clearly you think. But here's the good news: you don't have to give up sweet things. You just have to choose the right kind. Ripe bananas, fresh peaches, dates, even a small square of dark chocolate. They give you that sweet satisfaction without the sugar crash. And if baking is your thing, try using applesauce or mashed bananas instead of sugar in some of your recipes. You might be surprised at how delicious those swaps can be. Let me share something I heard from a woman in her 70s who started swapping sugary snacks for fruit and nuts. Within a few weeks, she told me she was sleeping better, had fewer aches in her knees, and even noticed her skin looked brighter. All from changing her afternoon habits. That's the power of food. It's not just fuel, it's medicine. Gentle, natural medicine. And that brings me to another quiet powerhouse: spices. We often think of food as the main event, but the herbs and spices we add, those little pinches and dashes, can pack a punch when it comes to aging well. Turmeric, for example, has been used for centuries to reduce inflammation. Cinnamon helps balance blood sugar. Garlic supports heart health. Ginger soothes the stomach. Adding spices to your meals doesn't mean you have to make exotic dishes or learn fancy recipes. A sprinkle of cinnamon in your oatmeal, a bit of turmeric in your soup, a clove of garlic in your stir-fry, that's all it takes. These simple additions can gently support your body day by day without you even noticing. So, if you're starting to think, this sounds like a lot, let me reassure you, it's not about doing everything at once. It's about starting where you are, making one change at a time and letting your body thank you for it. No guilt, no pressure. Just small, loving steps toward feeling better. Maybe tomorrow morning you'll add some blueberries to your breakfast. Maybe you'll carry a water bottle with you when you go for a walk. Or maybe you'll finally try that lentil soup recipe your friend keeps talking about. Whatever it is, start small and keep it kind. Your body may be older, yes, but it's still listening. Still responding. Still capable of healing, of growing stronger, of feeling joy. So let's keep going. You've already taken the first few steps. Let's take the next ones together. And one of the most loving steps you can take for your body is paying attention to how you eat, not just what you eat. It might sound simple, but the pace and environment of your meals can deeply affect your digestion, your mood, even how your body absorbs nutrients. You see, many of us have spent years rushing through meals, eating while standing at the counter, in front of the TV, or while distracted by a phone or newspaper. But the truth is, our bodies digest food best when we're relaxed. Sitting down, taking a deep breath before eating, and chewing slowly may seem old-fashioned, but it gives your body the signal, hey, it's time to rest and digest. Try it. The next time you sit down for a meal, put down the distractions. Look at your food. Smell it. Take that first bite and actually taste it. You might be surprised at how much more satisfying your meal becomes. And the more satisfied you are, the less likely you'll be to overeat or reach for something else out of habit. And while we're talking about being present with your food, let's not forget one important thing: gratitude. It might sound unrelated, but taking a moment to be thankful for your meal, for your body, and for the ability to nourish yourself has a real impact on your health. Studies have shown that gratitude can reduce stress, support heart health, and even improve sleep. It's like giving your mind and body a little gift right before your first bite. Now let's talk about something that doesn't get mentioned enough in nutrition: joy. Yes, joy. Because food isn't just fuel or medicine. It's comfort. It's memory. It's connection. Maybe you remember your mother's warm soup on rainy days, or the scent of fresh herbs in your kitchen. These feelings matter. And they're part of why we eat too. So, don't feel guilty about enjoying your food. Don't feel bad for savoring a warm bowl of pho, a slice of banh chui, or a plate of sticky rice. When you make thoughtful choices, when you build your meals around nourishment and balance, there's room for joy in every bite. Aging doesn't mean letting go of flavor or pleasure. It means choosing those things more intentionally. And while we're making intentional choices, let's gently talk about alcohol and caffeine. A cup of coffee in the morning or a glass of wine with dinner isn't necessarily harmful. But for many older adults, sensitivity to these things increases with age. They can interfere with sleep, irritate your stomach, and even affect medications. So just pay attention. Notice how you feel after that second cup of coffee. Does your heart race? Do you sleep well after that evening drink? Sometimes, cutting back just a little can bring surprising relief to your sleep, your digestion, and even your mood. And speaking of sleep, nutrition and sleep are deeply connected. A heavy meal right before bed can keep you awake, while a light, protein-rich evening snack might help you drift off more peacefully. Warm milk with a dash of cinnamon, a few slices of banana, or even a handful of nuts can soothe the body as it winds down. It's one more way that food supports you, not just during the day but even while you rest. Now let's take a moment to breathe that in. Think of everything we've talked about, not as a list of rules but as a gentle guide. Because the truth is, aging well isn't about perfection. It's about paying attention. It's about honoring your body with the care and kindness it deserves. You've walked through decades of life. You've worked hard, loved deeply, faced challenges, and carried more than most people will ever know. Your body has been there with you through it all. So now it's time to give back to it, with good food, good habits, and most of all, with love. Let's quickly remind ourselves of the path we've walked together in this conversation. You've learned how color on your plate brings life to your cells. How water isn't just for thirst, but for every little part of your body to work properly. You've heard how protein keeps your strength, fiber keeps your digestion smooth, and healthy fats support your brain and joints. You've discovered how spices, gratitude, and even joy play a role in how we age. And you've been reminded that eating slowly, intentionally, and lovingly can change the way food serves you. It's not a diet. It's a relationship with yourself. And like any good relationship, it grows stronger when it's built on care, trust, and attention. So here's my encouragement to you. Start with one thing. Just one. Maybe it's adding an extra glass of water to your day. Maybe it's choosing berries over cookies. Maybe it's cooking a meal with turmeric, or sitting down to eat without distractions. Whatever it is, let it be small. Let it be kind. And let it be the beginning of something wonderful. Because no matter your age, you deserve to feel good. To feel alive. To feel strong in your bones and clear in your mind. Aging doesn't have to be something we fight. It can be something we shape. One bite at a time. And now I'd love to hear from you. What small change are you ready to try? What food brings you joy or makes you feel good from the inside out? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I read every one. And if this video helped you, give it a like so we can reach more friends who need a little encouragement too. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more gentle guidance, motivation, and tools to help you live well, at every age. Here's to you, your strength, your wisdom, your life. May every day ahead be filled with flavor, energy, and joy. Because the best is still to come. And before we part ways today, there's one last piece I want to share with you. It's something many of us overlook when we think about health and nutrition. We focus on the food, the nutrients, the water, and that's important. But sometimes the most powerful change doesn't happen in the kitchen. It happens in the mind. You see, the way we think about aging affects how we experience it. If we approach these years with fear, with hesitation, or the belief that our best days are behind us, then our body tends to follow that thinking. But when we wake up and say, "Today I'm going to take care of myself even just a little," we change the story. We give our body a reason to respond, to heal, to feel alive again. Nutrition for anti-aging isn't about chasing youth. It's about embracing the strength you've already built. It's about supporting your bones, your heart, your mind so they keep carrying you forward, wherever life wants to take you next. Whether that's a walk in the garden, a dance with your grandchild, or simply waking up without aches in the morning. And let's remember, it's never too late to start. There is no age limit on feeling better. I've met people in their 70s and 80s who've made gentle changes, drinking more water, eating fewer processed foods, adding more plants to their meals, and within weeks they were walking further, sleeping deeper, even smiling more. That's the body saying thank you. So if you've been feeling tired, if you've noticed your memory slipping a bit, if your skin doesn't glow the way it used to, or your joints complain a little more each morning, don't see those things as signs that you're fading. See them as gentle reminders from your body. Whispers that say, "I need a little help." And you know what? You can give it that help. With real food. With small daily acts of love. With laughter, sunshine, movement, and yes, with joy at every meal. If you're unsure where to begin, try this. Look at your next meal and ask, is there something in here that's alive? That grew from the ground or swam in the sea or came from the earth? So you're already on your way. One step. One bite. That's how it starts. And while we're at it, give yourself some grace. Not every day will be perfect. Sometimes you'll have the chocolate cake. Sometimes you'll skip the walk. That's okay. Health isn't a straight line, it's a dance. What matters is that you keep coming back to yourself. You keep choosing to care. That's what will carry you through. There's a kind of beauty in this chapter of life that no one really talks about enough. The wisdom. The quiet confidence. The fact that you've seen storms come and go and you're still here, still learning, still laughing, still open to growing. That's something to be proud of. So I want to say this from my heart to yours. You are not too old. You are not too late. You are not past your prime. You are powerful. You are capable. You are enough just as you are. And when you choose to nourish yourself, body and soul, you remind the world, and yourself, that aging isn't the end. It's an evolution. Now, if this message spoke to you today, I'd love for you to leave a comment below. Tell me, what's one thing you're ready to change? What's one small promise you're making to your body today? Let's build a little community here. One filled with kindness, with support, and with the belief that growing older can also mean growing better. And if you found this video helpful, inspiring, or comforting, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. It helps more people like you discover this space. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. We'll be here with more gentle guidance, heartfelt advice, and motivation to help you live your fullest, happiest life. Thank you for spending your time with me today. I see you. I honor your journey. And I believe in your ability to keep showing up for yourself. One choice, one moment, one nourishing meal at a time. Here's to living your best life at any age. You've earned it. And the best, my friend, is still ahead. Take care, and until next time, keep that beautiful heart of yours full of light.